geometry, astronomy, and arithmetic. Today, we teach children that math is entirely separate from music, when actually it's not. We also teach our young people that art has nothing to do with science, when actually that is false. The way we're teaching our children in the world today is separating them out from their own things that they would like to pursue in their lives. I was a musician who had to give up music when I decided to become a responsible contributor to society. But if I could still be able to practice music and also recognize that it is the foundational form of geometry that informs all science and all matter and all energy in the entire universe, isn't that something that's important to know? We often think of our brain as some sort of hard drive for information. But what if we looked at this differently? What if we recognized that the brain is really just a radio receiver? And that in order for us to tune the receiver, our emotional state has a huge impact on that. In this analogy, we could say that the brain is a radio and the heart is the tuning dial. If we take this analogy even further, then maybe some certain things we need to do to be able to optimize our radio receivers and their tuning would actually benefit us. If we were a runner and we only exercise one half of our body, that would really cause a problem for having the balance required to be a very successful runner. The mental athlete and philosopher knows that they must have a balance of understanding to tune their minds and their brains to their optimal performance to receive universal consciousness. If we look through time, we'll notice that the people that seem to discover the most mathematics and physics throughout history, from Pythagoras and Plato to Socrates, in concepts not only relational to geometric forms like the Platonic solids, or musical ratios and intervals like Pythagoras discovered, but all the way up into including discrete mathematics as well as physics. Isaac Newton discovered gravity, but Isaac Newton was also a musician. A lot of people don't know that he was a deep alchemist. In fact, 80% of his works were all centered around the concepts of alchemy and astrology. Isaac Newton believed that he was finding the signature of the Creator. He was a deeply spiritual man. And he realized